Leeds United are set to face off against Rotherham tomorrow, and in this video I'll be giving you an idea of what we can expect from Rotherham, how Leeds United will counter it, some of my predictions for match, and what exactly the curse that Leeds United are dealing with is, and why it's going to be such a problem. But first, I've got a bone to pick. I've got a bone to pick with a lot of you that watch these videos and don't subscribe. Apparently 80% of the people that watch these videos aren't subscribed, so I'm on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Join the 20% and subscribe. Thank you very much. Anyway, diving into it, team news. Leeds United have plenty of team news today with Daniel Farke's press conference having just happened, and Connor Roberts is definitely in contention for the match. This is very good to see. It's the first game he's actually been available for due to various registration rules and regulations. However, he's only had one full training session with the Whites so far due to the insane travel schedule that we've had to do. This, I think, is probably saying to me that he's going to be on the bench for this match, which makes sense because he's not actually played yet and he's arguably not done enough to force Archie Gray out in his time at Burnley, so we'll see. In terms of other players, Dan James is reportedly in an improved condition, but he's still not necessarily training yet. And Jamie Shackleton is still in the process of recovering from an illness. There is a training session going on this afternoon where we'll find out whether he's able to train at all. He could make it into the squad, but it feels like it'd be a little bit difficult. He also went on a very long answer about how Leeds United need to do a hell of a lot of rotating in the coming days. We've got 4 matches in the next 10 days, and we need to protect players because that's not good for their fitness in the slightest. It's a matter of go to an evening game, travel home the next day, or on that evening, but you only arrive early in the morning. At the very least, if you're travelling a long way, that means that you effectively have to take the morning off from training, so you've got an afternoon. The next day, you have maybe a training session or two, but the day after that, you've got another match. That is an insane timeline, and I can completely understand why Roberts hasn't had a chance to train yet, and a lot of players are feeling very tired at this point. We will probably rotate at some point, but I don't think it'll be this match, because in this match, I think we'll start with Meslier in goal, Gray, Rodon, Ampadu and Firpo in front, Groof and Kamara. I'm going with Groof because it's like the Cruyff in it. In midfield with Somerville, Rutter and... I'm going to change this actually. I did think Anthony because I thought Nonto had a knock, but I'm going to go Nonto. And they're playing behind Patrick Bamford purely because of reasons I will get into a little bit later, based on the fact that Rotherham play in a way that we really need to deal with. They're incredibly passive in terms of making moves and going forwards. They have the lowest XG in the league with only 0.65 XG per 90. That is dreadful and a long way behind the nearest team. But the issue is they're very clinical. Their XG so far this season is 18, 19-ish. They've scored 25. So they outperform the chances that they get, and that means that we need to shut down the chances that Rotherham are offered. If we offer them easy chances from set pieces, we could be in deep trouble. However, on the bright side, they have the worst defence in the league. They almost concede 2 goals every single game, and they're also underperforming on their XG, which means that for every chance that Leeds United, in this case, get, we'll probably score more than we're meant to. In terms of tactical style, they play with 3 at the back and 2 up top. That means 3 in midfield. They're looking to pack out that space and make sure teams don't have the area to play through them. But I would absolutely expect them to sit fairly deep in this match, purely because they're bottom of the league. They will look to snatch a point or anything they can from Leeds United in this match. They do have plenty of weaknesses that we can look to very specifically exploit. First up, the fact that they're very weak against transitions and counter-attacks, and I think the main reason for this is their average age of the back 3 is 32 years old. Lee Peltier is 37. He's paired with another centre-back that is 34, I think, and then the final one is 25. That is a very old squad and not one that is going to deal with agility very well. And their entire back 3, no sorry, not their entire back 3, Lee Peltier on his own is only narrowly older than Archie Gray and Willie Gnonto combined. This means that in terms of movement and agility, they're not going to quite be at the level of Jorginho Rutter and Crescencio Somerville, and that is absolutely why I think we are going to pull them apart in this game. At least defensively, we're going to create chances after chances after chances. In addition to that, they are incredibly open in wide areas. They've got 3 at the back, with 2 wing-back sort of players, 3 in the midfield and 2 up top. Those wing-backs have a lot of work to do, a hell of a lot of running. And when they're running after Junior Firpo on an overlap, they can't be dealing with Crescencio Somerville on the inside. And that means in those wide areas, we are going to cause them some big, problems. And combined with the fact that they're fairly poor creatively, alongside the fact that we have the best defence in the league in terms of chances conceded, I can see us having lots of opportunities here. The fact they concede more than they should as well completely works in our favour. We will create lots of chances, and I feel like we will finish them because their goalkeeper has not had a good year so far. I was looking at the goalkeeper's statistics actually, and I think he's got the lowest passing accuracy in the league because 90% of his passes are long balls. Their style of play is very Brexit, and I kind of respect it in a way. But how should Leeds United play? I think from the very start we need to be hyper-aggressive. We need to get at them. We need to not give them space to breathe. Because if we give them that room, they can slowly play their way into the match and work on counter-attacks. We need Crescencio Somerville, if he's playing, to target Lee Peltier, if he's playing, because they're on the same flank, and Peltier is far too old to be able to effectively deal with Crescencio Somerville. That will be spectacular for us and will provide chance after chance after chance. I can see that going really well for us down that flank. In addition to that, Jorginho Rutter is perfectly suited to dealing with the way they want to control the midfield. Not only have you got that, but you've got Bamford creating space. So he's pulling around the back three a little bit in the first place, which will open up space on the flanks. You've got Rutter, who will hold the ball, and naturally midfielders are drawn into him to try and challenge him. It never works, but that's what they try and do. And I think that ultimately Rutter is going to dismantle their midfield. You'll have Kamara eventually wandering into that space to cause them some problems as well, with behind them Cruyff, Rodon and Ampadu staying a little bit central, keeping things tight, with Gray and Firpo being given the licence to just bomb on. They don't have the numbers out wide, which means that trying to overload them will work out. They don't have the quality in the middle, which means that Bamford, Rutter will absolutely cause them problems. And please, let's just finish our chances. The issue that happened in the last match against Rotherham, because I watched it back before I filmed this video, is the fact that we were not finishing our opportunities. We had plenty of them, but they didn't end up in the back of the net, and that cost us 2 points. What could also cost us is this curse. Oh, the curse. So Daniel Farke has Manager of the Month. This, you'd think, is a good thing. We're playing really well. However, after Daniel Farke got Manager of the Month last month, we went into December. Not last month, last time. We went into December where we dropped a lot of points. Now that might be a coincidence, but it happens in lots of leagues. The Manager of the Month drops off a little bit. In addition to that, Rotherham have 0 away victories this season, and 1 win in their last 17 matches overall. Combine the fact they have 0 away victories this season with the fact that Leeds United are unbeaten at home this year. Uh-oh. That's no good. That screams of curse. That screams of things are going too well. Obviously they'll go the other way, and if any team is going to gift Rotherham their first away win of the season, it feels like it could be Leeds United. However, in terms of predictions, I'm going to completely ignore the curse. I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist. Leeds United will blow Rotherham out of the water, will create chance on chance on chance, and Bamford is in fine form. Somerville is back to his goal-scoring ways. Nonto is looking really good as well. So 5-0. Why not? Sod the curse. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Become part of that 20%, and even become a channel member. That's always massively appreciated. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you later. And I think the comment that people should leave is the word curse. I'll do.